Hey guys, and welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those who are new to my channel, I am Divyam and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button, and now let's start with this video. So before I start with this video, I would like to wish you and your family a very happy Diwali, and I hope this festival of light brings in all the good health to you and your families. So it was the day of Diwali and I was getting confused what to post on this day, and it's a very one of the most celebrated festival of India, so I thought let's try and make a video. But then I had a few pending reviews and other type of video ideas, but then I chose this one wherein I want to show top 10 hardcovers that are beautiful because of this festival. This festival is very beautiful and it's full of lights, and that's why you are seeing this new setup here, and I've minimized the lighting of this room. And yeah, color scheme of this video is a little different. I hope you are liking it, and I'm wearing a traditional attire as well. So in this one I'll be showing you my top 10 hardcovers. If they are gold foiled, so I'll be removing their dust jacket, and will be, if the time permits, will be adding some of the closer shots. So throughout this video you will be finding some noise of crackers and fireworks, and that's because of the neighborhood I'm living in. So there are so many people burning crackers, and it's the time of Diwali, so we can't really stop them. Sorry for the disturbance if you hear any of the big sound in between this video. So let's start with this video, and let's see the first hardcover I'm having with me. So the first hardcover I'm having with me is Cersei, and it's by Madeline Miller. So this is the book that I won in an international giveaway long back, and I'm yet to read this one. And I always wanted to own this hardcover, and I took a part in giveaway on Twitter, but then I ended up winning my first ever international giveaway. That too, this copy came from UK, and I got a little excited because it came to me in 2 to 3 days. And if I have to show inside of this, so it's a beautiful hardback, as you can see. I hope the light is able to focus and you can see the hardcover. So this was the hardcover I'm having with me, and I'm yet to read it. I wanted to read Greek mythology from so long, and I've been talking a lot about that because I was invested in a lot of Indian mythology recently, and I wanted to jump into Greek mythology. I haven't really read anything other than Percy Jackson. This is one of the first hardcovers that I'm having, and it's one of the beautiful hardcovers on this shelf, and I'm proud to own this one, and I'm glad I won it because hardcovers are not easily available here in India. And I was about to purchase the paperback of the same, but in the end got a hardcover. So let's jump onto the second one and see what I have with me. The next hardcover I'm having with me is Six of Crows Collector's Edition, and this is one of the books I've read finally, because you will be seeing so many books in this video that I am yet to read. So I'm proud of reading this one. I read it in the early phase of lockdown, and I've said that in my one of the hauls, I guess. So I read this one and I wanted to own that one as well, and it was a part of my recent haul. So it's Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I'm counting these as my second hardcover because if there will be any series, I'll be counting them as one. So you will be seeing more than 10 hardcovers for sure. So this is the one of the hardcovers, and it's again gold foiled, and yeah, look how beautiful it is. One of the things I like about this hardcover is these colored illustrations and the maps in between this. So I read Grisa trilogy as well, and that was I think last year, and I read all the trilogy together, and I had all the books up there. So I read those in paperback, and I wanted to own this because of its popularity first of all, and then I've read quite a few reviews and that those were good, so I wanted to invest in these and get these. And yeah, this is the Crooked Kingdom, and yeah, this is the Crooked Kingdom, and these are the both editions. So yeah, this was my second hardcover of this lineup, and I hope you liked it. And let's jump on to the third one. So the third book I have with me is Murakami Killing Commendator, and it's a beautiful hardcover, and it's a big hardcover as well. And as you can see, it's the hardcover, and if I remove this dust jacket, you will find so many colors and all. So this is one of those hardcovers I got last year, and I'm yet to read this one as well. And it was a part of my Flipkart book haul. If you haven't seen that video, you can. I'll probably leave the link in the description box below and on the iCards above. So this was one of the books with these illustrations and all, and it was on a decent discount. And Murakami is one of the authors that I am yet to read, and I've heard so much of him, and can't really wait to start I'm like counting days when I'll be starting with this author, and recently I saw Kafka on Saul on the discount, but I missed that one. I wanted to get that book because it was on a great discount, but in the end I missed it by a few minutes. So let's see, I'll be getting that in the next sale. Do let me know what are your favorite books by this author, and I'll be happy to explore those, and you can leave your favorite book by Murakami in the comment section below. So yeah, this was the hardcover I have with me, and it's very like beautiful and aesthetically pleasing book. So let's jump on to the next one and see what I have with me. So the next book I am having with me is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I'm a big fan of Hunger Games trilogy, and I totally love that one. And I always wanted to own Hunger Games in hardcover, but I never got around buying those because they were super costly. But a prequel dropped in this year, and I got this one, and it's by Suzanne Collins, of course. And if I have to like show this hardcover, so here's this logo, or what you say, a bird and a snake on a branch. So it's the again one of the gold foil books, and it looks like a different kind of a cover. Like I haven't like seen such type of a cover. It gives a leathery, like a leather type of a feel. So this was the book I totally loved. I believe this book had like so many of mixed reviews, and people were like, it was 50-50, like people were liking it and some were like not liking it, and many were comparing it with Hunger Games. So in comparison with Hunger Games, they were not very much happy with the same, but I totally loved it, and I think I rated it 4.5 stars. And it was good to like visit Panem again, and to see how Hunger Games started, and to see what all happens in the life of Snow. So I totally loved it, and yeah, I'm one of those people who loved this book. So it's one of the beautiful covers, and I couldn't like stop myself to include this one in my video. So yeah, this was the another hardcover, and let's jump on to the fifth one. I guess this was the fourth. I can't really ignore Brandon Sanderson, so Oathbringer again. This is the third video I am including my Sanderson's Oathbringer in any of my videos. So this is one of my beautiful covers, and I totally loved it. And if I have to like remove this just jacket, so this is illustrations I'm a big fan of, and a map on the dust jacket, and here it says Oathbringer Stormlight Archive Book 3. So here's one like engraved blade, and it's super amazing book, and I'm like yet to read it, but look wise it's super, and I believe story wise it will be amazing as well. So it's not really possible to have a video of 10 beautiful covers and then not include Sanderson. So next one is also Sanderson, and those are gold foiled, and those are similar to the Six of Crows. So let's start with the same, and this was my fifth hardcover with a beautiful cover. So as I've said, so the next one is also by Brandon Sanderson, and this is the 10th anniversary of Mistborn trilogy. So this is the Final Empire, and it's the first Mistborn novel, and this is the third one, The Hero of Ages. I'm yet to get like Well of Ascension, but that is not available here in India. So if anyone sees that, do let me know in the Instagram, on my Instagram. Do drop a message on Instagram. Just kidding. So I want to get that second book to complete my hardcover collection, and I have all the 3 in paperback as well. So it's one of the gold foil covers again, and so Mistborn was my first exposure to Sanderson, and I totally loved that series. I got that paperback box set, and I read that trilogy, and I totally loved it, and think that was like 2017 or 2018, I'm not sure, but I totally loved that series, and I couldn't get like enough of Sanderson's books after that, and I read like Elantris, Warbeck, Steelheart, and Way of Kings, and I got like Arcanum Unbounded. So I got so many of his books, and I became one of the biggest fans. Let's jump on to the next one and see what I have with me. So the next book is one of my favorite covers, and this is one of those books that a lot many people were like purchasing because of its cover only, and because of the spine and all the things. So this is The Binding by Bridget Collins, and I got this book in Books and Beyond. I think it was anniversary edition. So I got that box, and I received this one in that. So it's in perfect quality, as you can see. So one of the major highlights of this book is this gold foil cover. So you can see I still remember like a lot many people got this book because of its cover, and that box itself was sold out in a few days. So yeah, this was the 7th book I had with me, and it's one of the most beautiful covers, and I'm guilty, yes, you can say that, because I haven't like read this one yet, but yeah, I'll be reading it soon. And there are so many books, 100 books, and the pile is growing heavy day by day. So this month I am yet to like purchase any of the books, and I'm proud of that, because for the last few months I got so many books. But still, there are 15 more days left in this month, and I hope that I don't see any like big price drop, because I've been spending a lot, so I'll be keeping a track of it. So yeah, this was the book I had with me. So let's jump on to the next one, and please don't hate me that I'm like yet to read this one. So the eighth book I am having with me is George R.R. Martin, Fire and Blood, and it's again one of those books I got from like Flipkart last year, and it was a part of my Flipkart book haul. This is the hardcover that I am totally in love, and look at this spine, like it's all gold foil, and one of the books that I was eager to get, and there's all the dragons and all. This is the book that is having like so many like illustrations, and you will find one in between here, like there's one here, and throughout this book you will find so many illustrations, and that's one of the major highlights as well. So I got this book, and talking about like George R.R. Martin, I have only read the first one, and after reading that I was on Class of Kings, so I paused that for a while and I jumped onto some other books. So I'm yet to finish Class of Kings, but yeah, Martin is yet to finish that series, so I have all the time in my hands. But I'm a big fan of the show, and though the last two seasons were not as good as I expected them to be, but that was again one of those like shows that I am in love with, and the first 6 seasons were so good, and yeah, they destroyed the ending, but anyhow, I am in love with this edition as well as with Game of Thrones, and I believe these Funkos are visible. Jon Snow, Daenerys, and like my favorite character Tyrion Lannister. So let's see the next hardcover, and it is one of those like beautiful hardcovers, and it's an illustrated edition by George R.R. Martin. So I read a Game of Thrones on this edition, and it's a big illustrated edition of like 900 or so pages, and it's not that heavy that it looks on like camera, but it's not like too heavy. And Oathbringer there was so heavy, and other books that I got from like my recent hauls included books that were like 2 kgs, 1.88 kgs, but this doesn't feel like too heavy. And I read this, and on this edition itself, though I had a like paperback, but I still read on this hardcover because of those illustrations. After seeing those illustrations like these, I was in love with this book, and the Class of Kings is available on with such editions in the market, but it's too costly, like double the price I paid for this one, and I'm like looking forward to a price drop. And I saw a notification that the third book is also coming in illustration version soon, so I believe it's out or not. I'm like not sure, exactly not sure, but I saw one of the posts by George R.R. Martin that it'll be going on like stores, will be hitting stores soon, so I believe that will be the case soon. So anyhow, I want to get Class of Kings soon, because I haven't like finished that book. What if I get that one and finish the book on it itself? So this was ninth, I guess. I'm not like messing up with the counting. I think it is 9. So I hope this was 9. I haven't like made a specific list. I'm just pulling them out and making this video. So this was the 9th book I had with me. So let's jump on to the last one. So the next book I have with me is Jack Kristoff's Nevernight, and it's a part of Nevernight Chronicles, and I recently like completed my all the 3 books. Like I own all the 3 hardcovers now, and God's Grave is over there. So I'm picking this book for one reason, because its hardcover is like so precious and it's not available now, and it's one of those hardcovers I got from like book fair, and there were like 7 to 8 hardcovers over there, and those were the last pieces. And after that day I haven't like seen those hardcovers on Amazon as well, or as in the stores in the book fair. So I'm lucky to get this hardcover, and later I got God's Grave from Amazon, and then Dark Dawn from like Flipkart. So I got this book, and I'm in total love with this. And one of the major highlights of this hardcover is, I believe this is visible. You can see this, the main cover, the crow is engraved on here, and it's like a textured picture. So this is the book I read in last year, and I finished this one in November or December, I'm not sure, but I'm yet to read other books that is God's Grave, that's the second part, and then Dark Dawn that released recently. So I want to read this series, and I like that. I like this book, and it was good, and fantasy it was, and fantasy is one of my favorite like genre. So I totally loved it. I'll be starting God's Grave. I'll be reviewing a review of Nevernight by J. Kristoff. So this is one of those covers, and I had like so many other covers to sew. Like I have like almost 30 to 40 hardcovers with me, and some are like signed editions, but these are the books that are more like aesthetically pleasing and are beautiful. So I wanted to choose books that are in line with the festival of Diwali, the festival of lights. So I chose the beautiful ones. So yeah, that was all for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, you can leave a thumbs up down there, and you can leave a comment to appreciate my content. And if you'd like to see any other video, you can comment down below as well and let me know. I'll work on that definitely. And again, we'll be wishing you all a very happy Diwali to you and your family, and stay safe, stay home, and we'll be catching up next few days. For now, let's say bye bye and enjoy the festival of light.